Welcome back, class. So today we're going to be going over the different keywords that are in the game of Universus. Now there is a slight difference between keywords and keyword abilities. We're only going to be focusing on keywords for this episode, and keywords are basically descriptors for your cards. Not every card has them, but most cards will. Your attacks will usually have at least one. Some attacks have 0, which is the odd case, but they are usually white, as you can see here on finger daggers. Let me pull it up bigger. These words will be white, and on newer cards, they will be down here in the bottom of the text box. And on older cards, skip to where some older cards are. Older cards. Older non-character cards. On older cards, they will be at the top of the text box. And again, these are the cards that are the names that are in white. The words that are in white. These will be your key words. The ones that are colored are keyword abilities, and we'll be going over those each with their own video. So the keywords that you need to worry about, as I said, they're descriptors for your attacks. They allow you to use certain abilities, certain characters, like Chronostasis here. He works around using the Breaker keyword ability and Tech keywords. Heki 10 guy works with ally cards. So when building your deck, like Lock, he requires you to use non-ranged cards. When building your deck, especially for your attack lineup, you'll usually want attacks that really go together, and a lot of times the packages that you'll find will be revolving around a keyword trait. So the keywords in question are ally, charge, fury. We don't have to worry about item or stance, because those are from way back when, like before Jasco Games, which is now UVS Games, picked up the game. So ally, charge, these are all abilities, fury, kick, punch, ranged, slam, tech, taunt, and weapon. And then with the release of the Critical Role decks, we add a new keyword, spell. So let's just say attacks and search all of these keywords. So as you can see here, we have our arrows and daggers, which has the ally, ranged, and weapon keywords. So any card ability that would require your attack to have this keyword, one of these three, this card can use any of those. You have cards like Storm of Arrows, which allows you to spend ranged weapon attacks to pay the cost of your Echo ability. We'll go over Echo abilities in another video. But basically, a lot of these keywords basically will help you based on what cards you want to run. If you're building your deck with a bunch of cards you like, and you're like, oh, most of these have the weapon keyword, you can go through UVS Ultra here, choosing the symbol that you're choosing to build your deck off of, and in the... Yeah, let's just take an example here. Let's say you want to build a weapon deck because you like Fiery Dagger Flourish. It's actually not a great card. Let's do... Here we go. Arrows and daggers. With the Vax'Alden ability, if this attack deals damage, your next weapon attack you try to play ignores progressive difficulty. So now let's say you want to play a death deck, and you want all of your attacks to have weapon. You would just select weapon here, attack, and the death symbol. And there you go. It filters so that every card that shows up is a weapon card that has the death symbol. So this way, if you're wanting to build a death weapon deck, you can easily cycle out which cards you would want to use, which attacks would be the most useful, and which foundations well, actually, this will just show you the attacks. If you wanted to do support cards, you would just type here, weapon, because that's the keyword you're looking for, with the death symbol, and it'll bring up any card that has in its text box the word weapon. So he says your ranged and weapon attack, it's +3 speed. That's pretty good. Nicholas D. Wolfwood says if you mill one card, your ranged or weapon attack, it's +3 damage. So if you have a certain type of card you want to play in mind, ally, kick, ranged, spell, and a symbol, you can use the card text box search here to search that keyword. So really, that's all there is to keywords. They're just tags for your attacks, so and some foundations as well. Foundations and assets and actions can also have keywords, but they're mainly descriptors that allow you to gain the ability of other support cards. So it's basically like a strategy element. They don't have effects of their own. We'll be going over the keyword abilities in future videos, but yeah, keywords are pretty simple. It's just what type of attack it is. And you can usually do what people call a tribal deck. So that means every, like a tribal charge deck would mean every attack in your deck has the charge keyword. And that could be the simplest deck building idea for a beginner. You select some cards that you like, see if they have any keywords in common, and then build your deck around that keyword on the symbol of your choosing, of course. And a lot of different symbols will have better access to certain keywords. I believe air has more charge attacks than most symbols. I know that order had more kick cards than most other symbols. It all just basically depends on what you want to build and what you want to play. But as for this lesson, keywords are just descriptors for your attacks and your other cards to tell you what types of cards they are and help you kind of in your deck building. So until next time, class dismissed.